Hey y'all, what's up, what's up? Long time no see. I know, guys, I know. I've had to do some inner work, and it's 2026 and I'm back. I've accomplished some things, I went through some journeys, I went through some evolutions, and after having a conversation with one of my siblings, I've already started to realize I'm just getting right into it. Um, I'm starting to realize that the loneliest journey you're going to be on is the healing journey. Let me move this light a little bit, y'all, because it's all up in the way. Whatever, it's the healing journey, right? So you're going to start working on yourself, and you're going to start raising your vibration, and doing, I'm just fixing the light because I hate that it's like right in there like that. Yeah, that's better. And everybody is on different evolutionary journeys, right? Everybody is not here to evolve in the same way that you're here to evolve. So because everybody is going through different levels of evolution according to what their soul purpose or soul's journey or whatever, you're going to be so fucking lonely externally, because I talk to my spirit guides and my ancestors constantly, especially at night. But as far as externally, it's going to be a fucking lonely journey. It's going to be hard to find people that is actually walking the path, or at least open to the path of this spiritual evolution, right? So I wrote these things. Let me see. I wanted to start. Alright, so I'm going to start from the 11th of January. Yeah, so this one is healing your wounds. Y'all want to see. Let's see, 111. I always write my dates and times because for whatever reason, there ain't no whatever reason, because when you are locked in synchronicities, you'll start seeing, like, my numbers is 3, 6, and 9 because my birthday is on the 3. So I do a lot of and 8 because my life path is 8. So I do a lot of things in 3, 6, and 9s, and so I start to notice that when I'm writing stuff down and I write the date and the time, a lot of the times it equals 8, 3, 6, or 9. So yeah, a little tidbit there. So so this one is healing your wounds, right? Nobody talks about what it takes, how hard it is to heal. No one will tell you when you're healed. You won't get gifts or congratulations. No one will pat you on the back and say they're proud. It's a lonely journey. And only the Most High Goddess will send you signs and synchronicities through whatever medium she can reach you. Whether you're called to certain books to read, videos to watch, articles, Reddit threads, strangers telling you all their business because they see a certain glow about you and feel healed by your presence alone. So I wrote that, right? Because I don't, a lot of the content I come across, I don't see people talking about how hard and lonely this journey is. And even when you are tempted by distractions, like if you're getting into celebrity gossip or whatever, whatever takes you off the journey, if you're even on the journey, you'll know you're on the journey because you're watching me. That's how you know. And it starts to activate something within you so that you can really start doing your shadow work, accepting your dark and your light and being able to transmute the energy. Now, because I've been, people call it passive. I was passive. I didn't want to fight. I never was like this big rah-rah, like I'm not about to fight you and exert all of this energy to you for what? Like, I've always had that attitude. I don't like confrontation because I know that deep inside, my dark side can get real crazy. So because I know that, I transmute the energy. I work on myself. I stay in my creative zone. I either channel it into doing hair, writing poetry, recording, singing, dancing, just doing whatever helps me to transmute the energy so that I'm not stuck. So that energy doesn't allow me to become mean, nasty, and just a cold ass person. Like, some people go through life in similar ways that I went through life, and they get bullied, they get teased, they get beat up on, they get essayed, they get raped. They go through all of these things, and they turn to nasty, evil, mean people. They allow that energy to have them quit their jobs when they know that they need their financial stability. It'll have you on some, just basically giving up on life because you allow these energies to come into, which they're designed to do. If you're on a certain journey, these energies come in, whether it's through your job, through your children. I'm gonna save that one for another video, how even your children can try to take you off your journey because they have their own separate journey. But anyway, your job, your place of business, the place you frequent, the gym, all of these things that will allow you to get distracted and off your journey when you're trying to raise your vibration. Family members, like, it is constant fighting against you trying to rise spiritually. And after having this conversation with my sibling, and I see that she wants somebody to validate her giving up because she's allowing other entities to take her off her path and her journey. And because I'm looked at as so passive and I don't fight, people really think that I just sat back and I just took it. I just took all of this shit that happened to me because I didn't retaliate, so I took it. Instead of seeing that I'm not no evil, mean person. I didn't allow that energy to take me out and to make me less of a being than when I came into this realm as. We all come into this realm and still connected to the Most High God is in us in a way that the entities are shaping and trying to mold you into going into your dark side and staying there, instead of figuring out how to transmute it, instead of figuring out how to handle it better, instead of looking at things like a mirror, because people, sometimes your job can be a mirror of what you need to work on internally. Me and this sibling, we've had many spiritual talks. We've studied each other's birth charts. We know the things that we're supposed to be working on in this lifetime, but it goes right over our head. It's like we go through this information and it don't stick. That's the difference between me and her. That shit sticks with me. I revisit my chart every so often just so I can check up and see if I'm working on the things that I'm supposed to be working on this lifetime. I don't know nobody doing that. Everybody is allowing the dark energies and entities to overwhelm them, your dark side to overwhelm you, instead of figuring out how to transmute it. Maybe take up some hobbies. I told her the other day, like, maybe you should take self-defense, take boxing classes, self-defense classes, something to help you to get out that anger because you so mad that you can't retaliate against another person. That I can't get with that. I'm never going to be able to sit comfortably and dishing out what the world gives to me just because like, it wouldn't make me feel better. It would not make me feel better to dish out what was given back to me. What makes me feel better is still keeping my composure, still handling myself with grace, not allowing that energy or those entities to overwhelm me to the point where I change who I am. To where as though I become a cold-hearted, mean-spirited, always wanting to retaliate against the person because it was done to me. That's the part that don't settle well with me. And because I'm aware that everyone's soul, I wrote this on the 12th. See that 530? That's the 8. I told y'all everything is fucking 3, 6, 9s or 8s. Not every single time, more often than that. So everyone's soul is not here for evolution or alignment. They're not here to wake up per se. Each of us has a specific mission, and some are just agents of chaos and destruction. Why? I don't know. It's just the laws of the universe, okay? Don't ask me. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. All the way until I leave this plane, and some of the answers probably still won't come until after I'm on the other side. But it's just so frustrating that on a daily basis, because she acts like she's the only one that this happens to. Like, no, you're not the only one. Many of people who's supposed to be rising spiritually are going to be faced with this. I get it at my job all the time. It's not every single day. Just like I told her, it's not every single day that you're getting bombarded, or every single call that you're getting bombarded by somebody's energy. But as soon as you get triggered, your first reaction is to want to retaliate. You want to be able to retaliate against people who do things to you, instead of realizing, which we've talked about many times, but I guess it just didn't stick because she don't want it to stick, that we aren't all here for the same purpose and the same reason. We're not all here for that. So in order for you to rise spiritually and to raise your vibration and to become, and please don't get this wrong, twisted, every day is not peaches and cream for me. Every day is not, oh yeah, I'm on this journey and I'm walking of love and light and nothing can bother me and nothing affects me. It affects me. When people come in my store and they threaten me, it affects me. But it's how I react to it. It's how I allow the energy to affect me. Am I going to engage? Like, I had a customer a couple weeks ago call me scary because I called the security on her because she wants to fight me. This woman comes in my store often and she's always rah, 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 rah. Her boyfriend, they going back and forth, is rah, 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 rah. I'm not with that type of energy, and I'm at my job. You want to come up in my job with all your rah, rah, rah energy, and I'm not about to engage. So I went in the back and I got my store manager, even though I'm a manager, but I don't care. There's somebody over me. And I sent her out there to deal with her. And then I called security and told them I feel threatened. The girl wanted to pull out a phone and record me because I didn't want to give her my name so she can plaster me all over social media. She's an agent of chaos. She's an agent of chaos. And so I dealt with her accordingly. And now I'm scary. I'm scary because I don't want to retaliate. Because I don't want to sit in your face and argue with you. Because I don't want to engage with your rah-rahness. People want you to validate that shit. And that's what I just found out from talking to my sibling. If I would have validated her and said, yeah, go ahead and quit. Yeah, go ahead and leave your job. Yeah, go ahead and do this and that. Because it's going to validate your feelings. When the whole time she has inner work she needs to work on. The whole time she's dealing with inner conflict she needs to work on. And every so often the universe is going to send a customer to trigger her to see that she has inner work she needs to do. But instead of her realizing that that's what it is, oh, I don't need to change. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't need to work on me. It's them. I'm going to still be in victim mode and victim mentality. And it's... No, honey, it's you. It's you. And it's your inner conflict because you want to retaliate. And instead of you trying to get down to the bottom of why you want to retaliate and what within you is not transmuting this energy into something else, you want to take victim mode. You want somebody to validate your victim mode. And I'm not doing that. Old Brandy would have did that. But Brandy is not that Brandy, and people want me to be that Brandy so bad, and that's not who I am. That's not who I am. I'm not going to validate your victim mode when I've had to heal out of mine, when I had to put in the hard work to get up out of mine, when I had to figure out how to transmute with the energies, and I didn't even know what I was doing. But everybody called me passive. Everybody said you scary. Everybody said you're this and you're that. And the whole time I've been transmuting that goddamn energy and not letting it stick on me, so that I don't keep staying in a lower vibrational state, so where I'm still attracting these entities on a consistent basis. Every so often you're going to be tested. The universe is going to send somebody, hey, are you really on that high vibration? Let me see. The negative entities are going to see the aura, because I have an aura, a bubble over me. They're going to see that bubble, and they're going to try to poke at the bubble to see if they can pop it, to see if I'm going to change, to see if I'm being depressed, to see if I'm going to take all of that energy and place it on myself and lower my vibrations and reject my blessings. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I got things going on right now. I have to do so much on my own by myself, and I have things going on right now externally that could have me down, depressed, feeling some type of way, but it don't. I get up every day. I stay with a positive attitude. I project positivity onto people. When people just talk to me about their feelings, like a lady wanted to tell me about her and her husband getting divorced, and I clapped for her. That was my automatic response, was to clap for her. And her face just looked like, oh my God. She probably got offended a little bit, and I told her, I'm not trying to offend you. I am congratulating you on breaking free. And me and her had a conversation about 10 minutes about why she was leaving her man, and me confirming that what she was feeling was real. I told my sibling, I said, what you feeling? And I'm not denying that nobody should take mental abuse on a daily basis from their job, from customers, and you don't feel no type of way. Nobody's saying you can't feel no type of way, but it's how do you deal with it? How you are letting people determine how you're going to feel and how you want to retaliate. It invites you to go back into your negative and your lower vibrations and being in negative space and negative energy. And when I be talking like this, people can't receive it. They don't want to receive it because I'm not valid. I'm not their yes man. I'm not validating your victim mentality no more. So people don't want to hear it. She told me she don't want to hear it. I know she don't want to hear my spiritual side or my spiritual quote unquote advice, because it's a mirror. It forces you to look at you and do the goddamn inner work that you don't want to do. I said, you in your ego. What it sounds like is you're in your ego. And you want to be able to retaliate, because if people could go around and retaliating against people, and the police if the police wasn't involved and there was no jail time or nothing, if you didn't get any consequences for you retaliating, like the risk of her losing her job by her retaliating, then she would do it on a daily basis and be comfortable with that. And her energy and her lower energy, that's what she would do. I honestly feel like she would really just be she would embody a lower vibrational entity, and so they'll attach to her and continue to have her in low vibration, instead of her realizing what I said earlier, that this is activating you supposed to doing some inner work. But because and she didn't even hear it. Like when people, even though I said all what I said and I validated her feelings and said you're all right to feel the way you feel, she didn't even hear it. It went right over top of her head. She didn't want to hear it. So it's just, this journey is not for the faint of heart, because every person you meet, job, things, videos, something is going to trigger you to have to work on you, and most people reject that shit. Most people don't want to see the mirror. They don't want to know about the mirror. The mirror is the job, the place, the thing, the whatever is a reflection of you and what you need to work on. And so when people are not understanding that nobody's perfect and we're all here on the spiritual evolution to get back to the Most High, They don't want to do the work because it's hard. It's hard to look at yourself and say, I'm not perfect. It's hard to look at yourself and say, I need to work on me. It's hard to look at yourself and say, I'm not this person I think I am. I am an evil, mean-spirited, psychotic bitch, and I need to work on me. Instead, the ego take over and be like, I don't need to work on me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I shouldn't have to tolerate people doing this to me. Like, it's every single day and every single phone call. That's what it turns into. Because you have to exaggerate the story and all of this and that, whatever. That's what it turns into. But because this journey is so lonely, you got to get used to being alone. You're just going to get used to being alone. Because nobody is going, I'm not going to say nobody, there's a very small percentage of people who are actually saying that a lot of the things I see is a mirror within myself and I need to work on me. And she has said this out her mouth. She said I need to take anger management. She ain't did it yet, ain't acting on nothing yet. So if you are aware that you carry around a spirit of anger and that can be triggered by your job, instead of you trying to figure out how can I work on that energy so that it's not affecting me in such a manner to where as though these outside entities is going to bring me down. Because I told her sometimes you'll go to work and you be floating high. You'll be like, yeah, I'm like this and I'm going to be thinking like this. And then somebody triggers you to where as though you want to retaliate and you can't and you get mad. And then all of that shit talking come out. So, y'all, I'm going to be coming back with more videos. I just really wanted to get that off my chest because I was triggered. Because I'm tired of people telling me I'm passive and I just took all the shit. Like, I just take it and I just take it and I just take it. Nobody sees what I just said. Ain't nobody gonna congratulate you for healing. Ain't nobody gonna notice that you healing. Ain't nobody gonna see that you transmuted that energy and you didn't become a mean-spirited ass bitch who just wanted to retaliate against the world. I've even wanted to create a comic going after PDF files. I wanted to create a comic where I'm telling you, out in the comic book, I wanted to be like a superhero going around seeking these PDF files and rapists and doing what needs to be done. But in the comic book, that is a healthy outlet. Why would I want to do that in real life? When I can put it into words, I can put it into a comic book, I can make it into a series. It's so many things, there's so many ways that energy can be transmuted that a lot of people is not going to want to do it. They're not going to want to do the work. And that's what I'm beginning to realize. And I'm talking about it because I'm frustrated about it. And it is what it is. This is going to be this is just what it is. I'm going to have to pull back my advice when it comes to certain people because they not going to want to hear what I got to say because it's a mirror. Peace, love, and hair grease, y'all. See you on the next one.